Swallowed star. Luo Feng rushed into the sky. He passed through the many cloud layers straight to the 18th level and arrived in the space above Blood River World. Little Na Ku. Luo Feng looked down through the vast clouds. I've done what I could. As for what level you reach in the future, that'll depend on yourself. A true warrior will ultimately still rely on himself to train. I'm still training myself, only earlier than you by a little. Shwa. Luo Feng flew into the automaton ship that appeared beside him and ordered, proceed towards the ancient god ruins. The automaton ship took on the appearance of a meteorite and swiftly proceeded in space. As for the father of the Na family's fate, Luo Feng could only wish him the best. After all, he had his own path to walk. Useless. A bunch of useless beings. A black-robed Siyong, who was almost like an absolute beast standing above the palace, howled at the group of underlings kneeling below him. 3 whole days, it's been 3 whole days. This is the answer you are giving me? There's no use at all. The upper echelon of Swallow Mound City were like weak little bunnies, as they were all trembling. How can he blame us? That picture shows a fully armored and masked warrior, and it's the most common types. As for searching for information, there are many mysterious warriors, however they are all fake. The underlings were all complaining within, however before the world city leader they didn't dare make a sound. What a joke. Do you all know that this is a big joke? Siyong's expression was heavy, and he was raging, the bastards from the worlds around us will take us to be a joke. And you all are simply useless. The group kneeling below all trembled hard, not daring to look up. Useless. You are all useless. Go. Siyong roared, go and spread the news about the bounty on information around Swallow Mound City. Let them know that the murderer has domain-level pinnacle strength, wears black armor, and also uses a blade and shield. Also put a picture of the weapons up, go spread it. As long as anyone can provide a bit of information, reward them 1 million treasure currency. If they can provide the location, and it's true, reward them 100 million treasure currency, and immediately give him a luxurious mansion within Swallow Mound City, along with 8,000 slaves and 8,000 guards. Siyong said solemnly. Yes. The group glanced at each other, shocked at the amount of the rewards that were being handed out. They were all kneeling and complying. Why are you still here? Get out. Siyong howled, the group fled terrified. Only Siyong was left in the palace, along with the 4 underlings he had brought with him. Master, leave this matter to us. Relax, a simple and honest-looking middle-aged man said. Siyong shot him a look, saying coldly, just being the joke among the sector lords around isn't enough for me to be so enraged. Do you know? The Undying Shrine is already asking me just why the 2 envoys died on my territory. That group of old punks. Siyong's expression was ashen, snorting coldly, the death of 2 envoys, this small matter isn't enough for the high and mighty Undying Spirits to personally come out. Hence those old punks are using their power and authority to clamor about. This makes me so mad. I really want to punch them and reduce them to nothing. The 4 underlines exchanged glances, realizing that it was the Undying Shrine giving him pressure. Swallow Mound City. Make way, make way. A group of soldiers riding beasts shouted, chasing a large amount of people off to the side of the streets. Here, stick. This was considered a major road, with a high amount of traffic. As long as the news is a bit useful, the reward is 1 million, treasure currency. 1 million treasure currency. How much is that? I haven't personally seen treasure currency before. 1 treasure currency, that's 1,000 big currency, 1 billion little currency. I only earn 10 little currency a day, how long would it take for me to earn that amount? Look. 100 million treasure currency. Luxurious mansion, 8,000 slaves and guards. Madness, madness. 8,000 slaves and guards. To arrange for so many slaves and guards in a mansion, even in Swallow Mound City, that would be considered top class. Even the general's mansion and pure feather family, only those mansions would be bigger than this one. Bounty for murderer, domain level pinnacle. I think I've seen this man before, similar to a guest in the Flying Cloud Pavilion. You must be dreaming, your Flying Cloud Pavilion has 100,000 guests, and many of them look like that. Madness. Space. While Swallow Mound City began spreading its huge bounty all over, Luo Feng was in the automaton ship heading towards the ancient god ruins. He took out a Blood River crystal. Training room. Luo Feng lay there, staring at the beautiful triangular blood-red crystal. Heading towards the ancient god ruins, there's still a distance of 1.2 trillion kilometers. With the automaton ship speed, it would still take over 2 months to get there. No matter which ship it was, the closer its speed got to light speed, the harder it got. Just like a test, a perfect 100, the closer one got to 100 the harder it was to get 1 point more. Similarly, if I can universe travel, traveling through and slowing down to return to the actual universe, I'd reach quickly. It's a pity, I cannot. Then, I'll absorb the Blood River crystal. Luo Feng adjusted himself, following which he used his right index to slash his left palm. Just like a blade slash, the wound appeared and fresh blood flowed out. Luo Feng placed the Blood River crystal on the wound. That formless energy immediately rushed into Luo Feng's body, simultaneously triggering the originally dormant cells within his body with mysterious energy. A simple engraving line appeared on Luo Feng's chest. Rumble. Kill. Kill. Just like an endless gush of water flowing, that powerful determination filled with madness and killing intent clashed against Luo Feng's willpower. Just in terms of willpower sturdiness, many sector lords couldn't even compare to Luo Feng. Even the high and mighty Undyings, those that didn't know about mental training, couldn't compare to Luo Feng's willpower. Willpower didn't have anything to do with training. Heart like a mirror, seeing through what may seem terrifying and fierce, during times of chaos, it was incomparably steady and sturdy. Heart like a blade, slashing through obstructions. This fierce willpower attack is about 2 times that of last time. Luo Feng was suspicious. Since it's the same crystal, the willpower within should be the same. How come the willpower attack from this second crystal is 2 times that of the first? Could it be the remnant willpower hidden within from the first crystal? Before Luo Feng could understand it, that extreme pain that shook his soul permeated through his body. The crystal in his hand flowed with threads of blood-red energy, swiftly permeating his entire body, and as it went in, it made his body go through extreme changes. Pitter-patter. Luo Feng's entire person swelled up, his bones and muscles grew thicker. Since these changes were happening within a short period of time, one could only imagine the extreme pain. All sorts of unimaginable changes were happening to his body. How painful, why is it so much worse than the first time? Luo Feng's eyes were cold. However, his muscles were twitching uncontrollably, his teeth too were growing sharp and long and turning into fangs. This pain had already extended from his body into his soul. Luo Feng's willpower and consciousness were however very strong. He was forcefully bearing everything, and did not let himself get affected, at least he remained lucid. Qi. Luo Feng's chest suddenly split open and fresh blood spewed out. Pa. The morphing leg suddenly broke. It stopped. What's going on? Luo Feng realized his body had returned to its human form, the only change was the wound on his chest and his broken leg. With a thought, the pure energy from his internal world swiftly regenerated his body, and very quickly the wounds and broken bones returned to normal, perfectly undamaged. Luo Feng quietly sat in the sofa, lifting a glass of wine in one hand and the blood river crystal in the other. No change, this blood river crystal didn't change at all. Luo Feng frowned, and I can feel, my body hasn't improved at all. The mysterious energy within my body and my comprehension of the origin laws are all still the same. This absorption was a complete failure. Yes, complete failure. How could it be? Remembering these words, Luo Feng realized. Right, body. My earth body is considered normal. One was successful and the second was a failure. However, 10 times to requirements on the body. Which side of the body do the requirements fall on? Luo Feng frowned, body strength, toughness, cell activity. Also, it says that slaughtering will aid in the absorption of the crystals. However, which part of the body does slaughtering help? The killing aura of the ancient god ruins. The saying states that going there to soak in the killing aura would help with the absorption of the blood river crystals. They also state that slaughtering would help with the absorption too. Also that the requirements for absorption are very harsh. Luo Feng nodded, understanding finally. Obviously, mad slaughtering and soaking in the killing aura from the ancient god ruins would produce a special effect in the body. Raising that certain part of the body will allow one to be able to absorb the crystal. Slaughter. His earth body could be said to have slaughtered a lot, compared to normal humans. Ha! The only reason I'm heading to the ancient god ruins is to become a blood warrior and potentially even a black warrior. However, I didn't even expect the second crystal absorption to fail. Luo Feng shook his head. As he closed his eyes, his consciousness connected to the virtual universe network and entered the absolute beginning region to train. In the pathway. My luck sure is bad, I lost again. Yu Chunyang cursed as he walked. Big brother, big brother. A voice resounded. Yu Chunyang turned to look. An armored youth was running over, extremely excited as he smiled and said, I say Xiang, why do you look so happy? Has our young master Naku been found? Nope. The old master has been looking all over for him. However, he seemed to have vanished, but no one knows to where. The armored Yuxiang shook his head. Swallow Mound City is in such a mess. With the young master's dumb temperament, who knows, he may have messed with the wrong people and gotten himself killed. Damn, you dare curse the young master's death. Yu Chunyang stared. What bounty? I just came out of the casino. Why would I have looked at the bounties? Yu Chunyang shook his head. Come with me. Yu Xiang dragged his older brother. To where? Just follow me. 1 million treasure currency. 100 million treasure currency. Yu Chunyang stared wide-eyed. Look carefully at the details of the bounty, that killer's picture, the weapons and armor he uses. Yu Xiang communicated within. Yu Chunyang looked, immediately his eyes stared wide, turning back to look at his father, replying, Xiang, this is the absolute warrior we met when we accompanied the young master into the wilderness forest. Didn't he use this shield and this type of blade? And he instantly killed the 13 axe, they didn't even have time to react. The 13 axe has 3 cloud levels. That warrior should be a domain level. Right. Yu Xiang nodded, communicating, our Swallow Mound City rarely ever sees a domain-level warrior. The shield and weapons are the same, it wouldn't be that coincidental. This Lord Feng is really vicious. Even the envoys of the Undying Shrine were killed, too vicious. Should we? Yu Chunyang's eyes gleamed. Do we go or not? Yu Xiang looked at his big brother. This, Yu Chunyang hesitated. If you are not going, I'm going. Yu Xiang communicated. Don't regret it, even though the old master treats us not bad, however, didn't we enter the Na family for money? Yun Chunyang grit his teeth. Alright, let's go. Hence, the two swiftly headed to the city leader's mansion. City leader's mansion. Siyong sat in a throne of the palace. Gazing below, there were 3 people bowing respectfully. Have you found anything? Siyong's voice was solemn, yet filled with formless pressure. After pasting the bounties, it's definitely been better. However, of the 3 you all mentioned before, 2 of them were determined to be false. That last one, we are unable to confirm. Yet, you say there's a guarantee now? Above the palace, Siyong looked up. He's called Feng. According to the confessions of the 3 people, not long ago, this Feng was in the wild beast forest outside. There he met Swallow Mound City's Na family's young master Na Ku and his guards. Along the way, they were attacked by the 13 acts, but that mysterious warrior simply attacked and formed 13 images. With 13 blades, he killed all of them, and apparently they didn't even have the chance to react. 13 acts, what organization is that? Siyong frowned. World City Leader, they are a prominent organization within this Swallow Mound territory. The 13 acts refer to 13 warriors, of which 3 are cloud level. And 10 of them at sky level pinnacle. The Deputy General said respectfully, as for the deaths of the 13 acts, we've already confirmed that they were all done by that one person. Ah! Siyong stood up violently. This news was vicious. Instantly producing 13 images and killing 13, and of which 3 were cloud levels. Space origin laws. Siyong's eyes lit up, confirming within, right, the footage Envoy Mo sent of the Black Warrior, he was using space laws, and his speed was extremely shocking. Weapon? Siyong asked. Shield, blade, similar to the picture. The Deputy General said seriously. Very good. Siyong's eyes gleamed. Go, find out more news on this Feng. Yes. When he actually saw it, he was shocked. He too had suspected that the killer could very likely be Lord Feng. Hence he immediately wanted to control that group of guards. However, other than the 4 he managed to control, the others weren't around. Bring them away. Bring them all away. Hurry and look, this the name list of the guards from back then. Find all of them. Also, hurry and find the Na family's young master Na Ku. The group of soldiers rushed into the Na family, grabbing Nabu and Thunder Uncle away. A purple-uniformed beautiful lady stood outside the torture chamber. Clang! After it opened, the Deputy General walked out. Greetings, Lord. The General was shocked as he saw the lady, bowing respectfully. This beautiful lady before him was one of the 4 great underlings World City Leader Siyong had brought with him, a domain-level warrior. Interrogate the Na family leader, have you found anything on Feng? The lady questioned. No, he said he didn't know either. The Deputy General shook his head. I've carefully interrogated him, however I've discovered that this Na family leader barely knew this Feng and had just met him a couple of times. Their relationship wasn't deep. Useless. The beautiful lady roared. The Deputy General's face flushed red, wanting to reply but not daring to say anything. Get out, take all of your men and leave. Leave it to me. The lady said. Yes. The Deputy General immediately took all of the army within the torture chamber, leaving only Nabu and Thunder Uncle. Within the torture chamber. Nabu and Thunder Uncle were both pale, with injuries all over. They had been subjected to physical torture. Old Master, we thought that the meeting of Lord Feng was a good thing. Who'd have expect we'd end up like this? It's truly, Thunder Uncle sighed. Beside him Nabu sighed too. Lei Dong, this time our Na family has implicated you. Old Master, Thunder Uncle was just about to speak. That group of idiots, using torture while interrogating, idiots. The purple lady's expression grew heavy, beginning her questioning. You speak first, tell me the whole story of the meeting, and tell it clearly to me. Also tell me some of your conjectures, tell them all to me. Thunder Uncle told the entire story. Nabu too spoke. Both of them, under the Soul Technique's control, both guessed that the killer was very likely to be Feng. This questioning too made the purple-clothed lady's expression ugly. The cold pierced through bones, a blurry long-haired Si-Yong stood in the pathway. Master. The purple-haired lady walked over and bowed respectfully. From your footsteps, the results of the interrogation must not be very good. Si-Yong looked in the distance, his back facing the lady. Na-Ku. Where is he? Si-Yong asked indifferently. Na-Ku has vanished. The purple-haired lady said softly. And he vanished the night of the deaths of the envoys. Other than that, we cannot find any other information on this Feng. Also, Na-Ku's disappearance, even his father doesn't know. Hence he's been anxiously looking for his son, not even noticing the bounty. All this was revealed by some of his guards. Na-Ku's disappearance is too much of a coincidence. I can guarantee that it has something to do with the killer. Right now there are two possibilities. One of them is that Na-Ku knows detailed information on Feng. The killer was worried that his identity would be revealed. Hence, he killed him to silence him. The second possibility is that Luo Feng knew it would be troublesome after killing the envoys, and that the trouble would befall the Na family. Since he favored Na-Ku, he took him away. The purple-haired lady said respectfully. What about Feng? Si-Yong's voice was filled with a sense of rage. I don't want to know anything else about him. I just want to know where this killer is. I want to catch him. No idea, I cannot find anything. The purple-haired lady shook her head. Rumble. In an instant, several km around the city leader's mansion was reduced to waste. There were cries of pain and rumbling. Bastard. Si-Yong violently turned. His expression struggling, his explosive aura causing the skies and land to tremble. Master, what do I do with the Na family? The purple-clothed lady asked respectfully. Na family, Si-Yong's killing aura was terrifying. He said solemnly, killing them won't do us any good. And also, we can use Na-Ku's father as the bait. Master, you mean? The purple-clothed lady's eyes gleamed. Na-Ku's father, don't kill him. Kill the rest of them. Si-Yong said indifferently, keep the father under our control. Who knows, Na-Ku and the killer Feng may return. Yes. The purple-clothed lady complied and left. Si-Yong's gaze swept ahead at the few km of ruins before him, from where he could hear the screams of pain. However, he was expressionless. Humph. Si-Yong's face was ashen. Feng. If you are so strong, you cannot remain hidden forever. The moment you appear on any location within the Blood River continent, as long as I find out, I will make you understand the consequence of killing my, Si-Yong's, disciples. In the space above Blood River continent, the automaton ship flew with shocking speed towards the ancient god ruins. Master, we've already arrived at the destination. Within the training room of the ship, a robotic voice resounded. We've finally arrived. Luo Feng, who was sitting crossed-legged like a statue, opened his eyes fiercely. Smiling, he became a blur as he rushed out. Ancient God ruins. I've been waiting for this day for too long. If I don't enter the ancient God ruins, when will I be able to absorb the second crystal? Luo Feng wore silver-white armor and boots, and flew out of the cabin door. He changed his armor mainly as a precaution. After the whole incident in Swallow Mound City, a black armored warrior may be noticed by wary people. So, Luo Feng flew through the cloud layers from space and entered Blood River Continent once again. Sky Erosion Palace. This Majesty Luo Feng, he's heading to the ancient god ruins too. So gutsy. 10 sector lords in charge of watching over Blood River Continent were chatting and laughing. Everybody, be serious. Once our Majesty Luo Feng meets with any enemy and sits in his automaton ship and escapes to the cloud layers, if any aboriginals dare to chase him, we have to kill them in an instant. Understood. Of course we know this. However, the ancient god ruins is the most important and also the most dangerous place in Blood River Continent. Back then, many of our undyings from the Virtual Universe Company were said to have died there. Also, that place is very weird. The place Majesty Luo Feng is heading to is very dangerous. The dangerous level mission he chose forced him to head there. One's path is chosen by himself. Our Virtual Universe Company never forces anyone to do anything they don't want to do. However, no matter how much of a genius he is, since he's chosen to enter the ancient god ruins, we must keep an eye on him. Riches and honor come with an element of danger. Even though it's dangerous, if he makes any progress within the ancient god ruins, it wouldn't be a small amount. Not only are the ancient god ruins mysterious, but the Blood River crystals are very mysterious too. The clouds were thick and covered the land, almost like a fairyland. Dressed in silver armor and boots, he descended through the clouds. Luo Feng's expression changed. It should have been the 15th cloud layer below. Why are they blood-red clouds? He suddenly felt restless. His heart was in disarray, almost like he was wishing to slaughter. It actually fills one with the thoughts of slaughter. However, compared to the golden-horned beast's natural bloodlust, it pales in comparison. Luo Feng's heart was sturdy and immovable. He continued downwards, rushing past layer after layer of blood-red clouds, finally reaching the first level. He surveyed below. One large pit after another. It was almost as though it was some extremely huge beast's footprints. The most important thing was, the region below was filled with thick red mist, and because of the mist, it was hard to see far clearly. Ancient god ruins. Looking at this messy environment, it's indeed in ruins. Luo Feng swiftly gazed about. The ancient god ruins had a diameter of 1 trillion kilometers. This was a bandit and vagrant-filled place. The earth in this vast ruins would be like a drop of water in the Yellow River. On the shiny ground, there were several white bones. Luo Feng descended from the sky. As his silver boots landed on a damaged blade, he frowned heavily. This is the killing aura. Luo Feng felt a formless energy continuously invade his mind and heart. Simultaneously, another energy permeated in through his skin. As for this peculiar energy, neither his genetic energy or spirit energy could stop it. It would permeate in and then exit his body again. Almost as though his body was air, it passed right through. And during this process, his body had some special changes. Killing aura. Not right, the killing aura of the universe is purely on the mental level. A person's brutality and slaughter will cause his gaze to be filled with killing aura. However, this killing aura isn't just on the mental level, it even affects the physical body. Luo Feng was extremely sure. His body began to change gradually, changes that even he didn't know about. This was also why the aboriginals of Blood River Continent thought that soaking in the killing aura would make the absorption of the crystals easier. At least I can confirm. Shwa. Luo Feng strode forward and it was already 10 kilometers. In this vast ancient god ruins, Luo Feng began to move with shocking speed, as he was feeling the changes the ruins did to his body. The killing aura is thicker here, and it's weaker here. The thicker killing aura seems to have stronger effects on one's mentality. At the same time, the improvements on the body are also faster. Luo Feng had already found that the killing aura was raising a special property within one's cells. The weaker the killing aura, the weaker the effect on my mentality, the body's changes are also slower. I need to save time. Hence I have to find a place with thicker aura. Luo Feng swiftly rose up and flew into the skies searching about. Detecting the level of the aura was easy, he could easily see which regions had thick red mist or more diluted mists. Most of the regions simply contained a lighter mist, and some had thicker red mist. Luo Feng searched for a good half an hour within an extremely large ancient mountain range. There. Luo Feng's eyes gleamed. Within the distant forest in the mountain range, the red killing aura was obviously shockingly much thicker. So. Luo Feng carefully flew over, noticing that there wasn't anybody else around. Nobody. Luo Feng entered the thicker aura region. Wah! This feels good. Luo Feng felt as though countless water drops were seeping into his every cell. As the thick aura floated past his body, he felt a very obvious change. As it was very obvious, hence he felt extremely clear. In the depths of his cells, it could be said that a change was occurring at the very essence of his cells and body itself. Almost like a caterpillar within a cocoon becoming a butterfly. Kill. An endless amount of killing intent rushed into Luo Feng's soul, and because of the changes in his body, it caused a large amount of the slaughter thoughts to invade the deepest part of his body. As time passed, it would meld with his soul itself. Those with weaker willpower will thus go crazy. Even the ones with strong willpower would become addicted to killing others. What shocking killing aura and willpower. Luo Feng stood beside a thick tree, patiently standing. That endless killing aura continued to invade his consciousness. It was even stronger than the first Blood River crystal. It was obvious that the thicker killing aura areas were something not everybody could endure. First and second brother had said before, any place with a strong sense of desire is a good place to train one's mental strength and heart. This killing aura will help train my heart further. Luo Feng sat cross-legged under the tree. Shwa! A ghostly figure flashed in the distance, after which it reached right before Luo Feng. A glaring flash of a blade pierced right at Luo Feng's head. So. Over 100 images of Luo Feng appeared around. Rumble. You actually dare to ambush me, you must be looking for death. Luo Feng's eyes raged. With a howl, a blood shadow blade appeared in his hand and he immediately pierced at the ghostly silhouette that appeared before him.